Cold and inflamed, continuously ashamed, rectum involved, hospital dissolved, no grannies for you, me back TH2, your diarrhea's bloody, eyes inflamed can't study, oral ulcerations, colon perforations, rash and arthritis, pulmonary colitis, primary sclerosing cholangitis. Genetics involved, not fully resolved. Treat with sulfasalazine or mesalamine. Corticosteroids or azathioprine. Colectomy if all else fails.
Hey, welcome to our scene on ulcerative colitis, where this old man over here is singing about ulcerative colitis. Now, why specifically an old man? Well, I like to think of this man as an old sir. Old sir for ulcer. And he likes to bring along his cola with the I. So ulcer with coli for ulcerative colitis. And in this scene, he's rapping about ulcerative colitis. Let's break down his song in order to understand and remember everything we want to know about ulcerative colitis. So here we have the old man with the lyrics on the side. Let's explain his song. So he started by saying, "You are a colon inflamed," which reminds us what ulcerative colitis is, inflammation of the colon, and the colon specifically, which separates it from Crohn's disease, which can affect any portion of the GI tract. He said you are continuously ashamed, and this is because of the continuous lesions which we see in the colon, again which separates it from Crohn's disease where we see skip lesions. Then he said that the rectum is involved. This is because the rectum is always involved in this disease. Then he said the haustra is dissolved. In ulcerative colitis, the haustra can be lost, leading to a lead pipe appearance on imaging. He said no grannies for you, which reminds us that there are no granulomas, which separates it again from Crohn's disease, where we do see non-caseating granulomas. Mediated by TH2, which reminds us that the damage is mediated by TH2, represented by this teacup over here with the 2 on it. Then he said, your diarrhea is bloody, which reminds us of the bloody diarrhea, which is caused by damage to the large intestine. He said eye inflames can't study, which reminds us of the inflammation to the eye that can be causing eye damage. Other manifestations include megacolon perforations, rash such as erythema nodosum and arthritis, fulminant colitis, and primary sclerosing cholangitis. Then he said that genetics are involved. We don't understand fully the pathogenesis of ulcerative colitis, but what we do know is that there are some genetic associations. For example, the pianka is highly associated with ulcerative colitis, but it's not fully resolved. We don't fully understand it. Treatments for ulcerative colitis includes sulfasalazine, which is an anti-inflammatory medication, or mesalamine, which is also an anti-inflammatory medication. In more severe cases, we give drugs that suppress the immune system, like corticosteroids and azathioprine. Actually, biologic treatments such as infliximab, a TNF-alpha inhibitor, it can also be given. And finally, colectomy if all else fails, where they literally take out the colon.
Cold and inflamed, continuously ashamed, rectum involved, hospital dissolved, no grannies for you, me back TH2, your diarrhea's bloody, eyes inflamed can't study, oral ulcerations, colon perforations, rash and arthritis, pulmonary colitis, primary sclerosing cholangitis. Genetics involved, not fully resolved. Treat with sulfasalazine or mesalamine. Corticosteroids or azathioprine. Colectomy if all else fails.